Now, Maryam alayhi salam, and just on this point actually is a good, I always like to share this example. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam was once, this is for the youngsters, lesson for all you guys to pay attention. The Prophet sallallahu was once talking to his Sahaba in a room, and he asked them, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he asked the Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them, he said, which tree is most like the believer? So which tree is most like a believer? Now the Sahaba, the senior Sahaba are there, and they're thinking, which tree? It's Arabia, so there ain't that many trees out in the desert. So there's only a few choices. So which tree? Is it cactus? Is it date palm tree? Is it, there might be a few pineapple trees, there might be all sorts, but they're all guessing different trees. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he explained, and he said, the tree most like the believer, the tree most like a Muslim is al-nakhla, the date palm tree. You know why? The date palm tree, its roots are so firm that even when there's a hurricane or there's a storm, you see it, like you see in the pictures in America or Storm Deirdre, these places, the winds are blowing the trees, the tree bends, but it doesn't get uprooted. But a big massive oak tree, it bends, it cracks and falls down. A big massive chestnut tree, it bends, it cracks, it falls down. But a nakhla is flexible. Its roots are so deep, it might get blown off course, but as soon as the hurricane's off, it stands up straight again. Like the believer, you might make haram one day, but as soon as you realize, you're back straight up again. You might make a mistake and forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes, but as soon as you remember, you're back upright straight again. So the tree most like us is the date palm tree. We might get blown, we might get things thrown at us, we might do a haram, we are insan, that's normal. But as soon as we realize, we're back upright again. Our aqidah, our iman is firm, deep in our hearts. Because none of us are perfect, let's accept that. But we are like the date palm. And actually, in this gathering, it's quite funny. Umar bin al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, this is for you, Dr. Akib. Umar bin al-Khattab was with his son in that gathering, Abdullah bin Umar. And father and son were leaving, and Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhu, he says, oh father, I knew the answer. And Umar bin al-Khattab was like, sorry, what was that? Say that again. And he goes, I knew the answer. When the Prophet ﷺ said, which tree is most like the believer, I knew the answer, but I didn't want to say the answer because there were the senior Sahaba there, and I didn't want to make it out that I'm more knowledgeable than them. So I stayed quiet. Umar bin Khattab gave a good slap. Said, you had the chance to answer a question in front of the Prophet ﷺ, making me look like a great father, teaching you these things, and you kept your mouth shut. What is wrong with you? If you know the answer to something, say the answer. Be brave. Be confident. And this is the message for the youngsters. If you know the answer of something, sometimes the son knows more than the father, believe it or not. Not all the time, but it can be possible. Sometimes the father is waiting for the son so that he makes him proud, makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala proud. Say it. Explain Islam. Explain what you know. It's a sense of honor, dignity, pride for the father, mother and father. Say it. Don't be shy. Be brave about Islam. Be confident about Islam. Stand up for it. You should be here. There's a reason, by the way, youngsters, we put you at the front. Soon you're going to be here, standing in front of this mic, doing what Sheikh does, doing what Dr. Akib does, speaking in front of other people, explaining Islam. This should be your goal.